Heel. There's that. No. No. Good. Let's go. And you can use food for that too. We do a lot in the beginning. So heel. Just a little tension, heel. Good. I don't want to go back too much with my arm. A little bit is okay, but you don't want to go back too much with your arm with gentle leader because it turns the head. So see what I mean? See how it turns the head around? So if you're looking at it from this perspective, it actually turns their little face. Yeah, that's the whole point of it actually. Good boy. Sit. Good. So the reason with gentle leader, you don't want to go backwards behind you too much, just because if you're trying to teach heel, all it's doing is making their head turn. See? Good boy. Sit. Yeah, he's confused. He's like, what's happening? It makes their head turn. And so I just want to show you guys, don't overly pull back when you're trying to teach heel. Honestly, when your dog charges ahead, and I'm assuming this video is taken with a dog that's already a little bit conditioned to gentle leader. They're not throwing big fits or anything like that, or just focusing on trying to get it off, because it is different in the beginning. It's nothing but tons of food work and guidance and trying to keep the leash loose. But anyway, heel. When your dog pulls ahead, good. I'm just giving tension. Heel. See? Heel. He tossed his head a bit. Let me show you a different angle. Heel. Heel. So it's just guidance, see? Good. And so that's how it is with you. Let's go. Heel. 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 Good. If I want to sit, I say sit, and then if he doesn't do it, it's pressure straight up. Really light pressure straight up in the air. Also, if he was to bark, or get really fussy, I would do pressure straight up, say no, and then move. Let's go. Move in the opposite direction right away. Good thing about gentle leader is it helps control the face. So if your dog isn't too intense, look at this. Nope, let's go. Good boy. If your dog isn't too intense in the sense of that they just push through gentle leader, if it's working for you, that's how you handle that. Any fussiness is straight up in the air and turn. Let's go. Because it turns the head, which can be, let's go, which can be really beneficial. Sit. He's already pottied. He's demanding to smell. He'll do this sometimes, probably about every other walk. He'll get really demanding about, nope, sit, wanting to smell. Heel. And then if that happens, I can give him a little tug. Heel. But mostly, there's no real corrections with gentle leader. It's a guidance-based tool. Let's go. But a good tug of the leash to a dog that is already conditioned is usually sit, is usually acceptable as long as it's not happening too much. So if he was to pull ahead and have a barking fit, I could go no and move into him. He's like, where'd that come from? And I actually move in towards him to divert his attention, not just pulling from the outside. Okay, so he takes off. That's actually a guy that jogged by. I thought he might bark. He, takes off barking, bark, 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 pressure up, no, and then move into him. See, he fusses a little. It's almost, I had a woman tell me one time she switched back to a gentle leader months and months after training because she said she felt like her dog was more distracted by it, and it worked more as a distraction. So not to be mean, but like rather than doing the training and making, what she was using work, sit, she liked the fact that it was a bit of a distraction. You saw him shake his head there when I did pressure and moved into him. So sometimes here's my philosophy, like do what works. Heel. Do what works. Or you can have a pleasant walk with your dog. Let's go. And have better quality of life with your dog. Do what works. Sit. Good job. And if I did down, if I say like down, he doesn't do it, down, really light pressure. Good boy. Good job. Yeah, really light pressure down, because now it's not something around the neck, it's something around the face. Sit. Good boy. Let's go. Here's the thing about gentle leader training that I love. I think, let's go, that it's a great tool, sit, for trainers to learn on before they learn other tools. The reason why is I've seen it do an amazing job teaching people awareness for gentle leader. So what I mean by that is, if you aren't walking with a loose leash, if you accidentally have it tight, like this right here, he's okay because he's distracted, but normally he'd fuss. You're putting pressure on their face, and they'll fuss and they will let you know. And it's bad. It's not good. You need to pay attention. So you can't be having a conversation with someone, your kids or your neighbor, and have a tight leash on your dog. You need to get really conscious of what a little bit of loop, a little bit of like 2 to 3 inches of slack. That way you're super sensitive to when there's pressure on and pressure off. So like for down, it's a little bit of fussiness down. You know how to down. There we go. He already knows down. We're just trying to do gentle leader stuff to condition him to it further. But anyway, it's super gentle pressure. Sit. Good. And if he fusses, tosses his head at all, I continue to hold pressure. I don't want to give off of pressure if he fusses. Heel. Good. See what he does here. Little hyper focus. No. Little tug. Good, that was good. So at those alert ears, I gave him a little tug, which is a pop of the leash. It's just much more gentle with a gentle leader than it is a lot of other tools. Sit, because you don't want to be jerking their face around. Now don't get me wrong, if he's in motion to launch himself forward and bark, obviously the tug is going to be pretty firm. But most of the time, that tug is going to be pretty light. Sit. Good boy. So 95% of everything you're going to do is going to be all guidance-based. That's it. Heel. Good. Pulls forward. Oh, no. You settle down now, bud? Good. I just stopped. So when I stopped, I have about that much slack on the leash. So it naturally just pulled a little bit, and he did an auto 6. He felt a little bit of a tension. I didn't add tension. I just kept my arm by my hip. It doesn't go out, and I try not to have it go back too much. Occasionally I will, but I try not to. And then a little tug is always kind of to the side a little bit. Heel. Good. Because if I am going to do pressure back, it's going to be to turn. Good boy. Because it's actually going to turn his head. Whereas keeping my arm by my side and maybe just doing a little wrist action for the heel just keeps him from getting too far out ahead. And it's uncomfortable, so they stop pulling so much. Good. So see, it just stays by my side. Heel.